Good morning, dear student. Welcome in e-learning classes. In previous videos, we learn about many properties of integers, but this property is very important property, distributive property. Okay, so this distributive property is uh, distribute again in two types: distributive property over addition. The first type is distributive property over addition, and the second is distributive property over subtraction. So we discuss on these two property. Okay, now if we take first distributive property over addition, according to this property we express the mathematical formation of this property as follow: a into b plus c is equals to a into b plus a into c. Okay, now it is known as the mathematical expression of distributive property over addition, because here we take addition, so it is over addition. So it is opened by a is multiply first b, so we take a into b, then take positive, and a is multiplied to c, so it is written as a into c. So this is known as distributive property over addition. Okay, now the second is distributive property over subtraction. If we take here negative instead of positive, then it is known as over subtraction. So a into b minus c is equals to a into b minus a into c. So these two properties are known as distributive property. Okay, now on the basis of these two properties we solve some examples. Now so take four examples. Okay, now if we have a number in this format 35 into 102, then how to solve this using distributive property. So if we have two numbers, then we break any one numbers into numbers, because in distributive property we have three numbers, we take three numbers a, b and c, but we have here two numbers, so any of one can be distributed in two numbers. So we take here 102, so 102 is written as 100 plus 2, so 65 into 100 plus 2. Okay, so 1 2 3, now we have three numbers. So compare these three numbers, this statement to the given statement. So a is equals to 35, b is equals to 100, and c is equals to 2. Clear? Now this statement is equals to this statement, so we substitute all these three value into this part. Okay, so a is equals to 35 into 100 plus a into 35 into c is equals to 2. Clear? Now 65 into 100, very easy, 65 0 0, and 65 into 2, when we multiply these two numbers, then we get 130. Add these two numbers and finally we get a number which is the final answer. Okay, if we have two numbers, then go through this process. Clear? Example number 2, it is the second part of this first property. If we have this type of expression 3 4 0 5 1 into 9 8 plus 2 into this. Okay, if we have this type of expression, first identify both of them which is similar to this given expression. Okay, now if we compare here 1 2 3, but here we have 1 2 3 4 numbers, so this number is similar. And also we can identify using in these expressions we have a common number a, here also a. Okay, it is positive, after positive a and after negative, before positive is a and after is also a, so we have a common numbers a. So out of this again we have a common number this, so simply we can say it is a. Clear? And it is b and it is c. Clear? So this statement is similar to this statement. So take this statement and finally we find the value of abc. So take reverse of this statement. This statement equals to this statement a into b plus c. So substitute the value of a, b and c and solve this. It is as it is into 98 plus 200, and when we multiply this 2, so final answer is 3405100. So it is very easily we can solve easily using this property. If we general way if we multiply, then first we multiply this 2 again with this 2 and then add, so it is very difficult. So using this property we can solve easily. Okay, now the third part, 57 into 99. Okay, some students can solve using the first expressions, but here if we 99 is written as 100 minus 1, so we take here negative sign, so we take the over subtraction, the property over subtraction. So a into b minus c is equals to a into b minus a into c. Clear? 99 is written as 100 minus 1, 57 as it is. Now after that we compare the statement, these two statements, we find a is equals to 57, b is equals to 100 and c is equals to 1. Clear? After that substitute this value into this expression, finally we get 57 into 100 minus 57 into 1. 57 is common. Okay, so multiply this 2, we get this, and multiply this 2, 57. Subtract this 2 number and it is the final answer. Clear? Now again we have next example. If we have here a negative sign, then we use the expression. If we interchange these two positions and we finally compare these two statements, a into b minus a into c. So compare these two. This number is known as a because it is common, it is b and it is c. Clear? So substitute this value into that expressions, a, b and c. 101 minus 1, 101 minus 1 is written as 100, and multiply these two and finally we get the answer. Okay, so using this property we can simplify some mathematical expressions easily. Clear? If you like this video, then subscribe and like also. Thank you very much.